Hello everyone, my name is Alec, also known as Asmagon here on YouTube. I am the creator of Warglaive Gothic, which is the topic of today's video slash mock interview. These are a series of questions that I've kind of just lined up for myself, and given recent events with Games Workshop, 40K, and recent large number of fan-made productions and animations having gone official under GW, I thought it'd be a good time as any to sort of do an update video on Warglaive Gothic, since I haven't really done any videos dedicated to it in any way, shape, or form since its initial conceptualization about a year ago now. Warglaive Gothic is a Grimdark sci-fi universe of which I have created. In essence, I hope to create it as not only a universe of which I can create with comics and books, and also most assuredly, I want it to become a tabletop war game, much in the same vein as 40K. And I would also like to take this time to mention that I am not hiding in any way, shape, or form that this idea was definitely inspired by Warhammer 40,000. As I am an avid fan of that, my channel is dedicated to Warhammer 40,000 from a fan perspective. I don't intend to hide that fact, and I have been a fan of Warhammer for 7 long, good years. And I'm not stopping being a fan with this product. That's not really the goal with Warglaive Gothic. To those who would call Warglaive Gothic a 40K ripoff, they're free to have that opinion, of course, but that is not at all how I see the product as it goes about with the production process of Warglaive Gothic. I've done as much as I possibly can to steer away from being too closely inspired by 40K, though there are plenty of similar base core inspirations. There is so much I've done from the ground up without looking or even referencing 40K as a good benchmark, just letting it be its own thing. And in the writing process, of which I have over 700 pages of notes and actual fleshed out lore worth written down, mostly all in bullet pointed and note-taking form, not in a nicely laid out literary sense yet. I intend to hopefully get a book series started soon with the Warglaive Gothic universe, hopefully making a very good healthy entry for most people into the lore of the universe that I have created. But to stick closer to the question, when it comes to those who would say that Warglaive Gothic is a 40K ripoff, I don't agree. I am not at all heavily referencing 40K as I produce this and work on this. I do very much want it to be its own thing, and I think that 40K should be 40K and Warglaive Gothic should be Warglaive Gothic. The number of people working on Warglaive Gothic, as I mentioned before, is just me. I have a freelance artist who is currently working for me from time to time when I can catch him in between his own other projects he's been hired on to do. He's an incredibly amazing artist. You should all check him out. I'll link him in the description. His name is Pyrrhus of Epirus, or Pyrrhus. I'm not sure which is the pronunciation, which is correct. He's got a DeviantArt. I mostly work with him through Discord. There's plenty of ways to contact him, and he's an amazing artist, and I greatly appreciate him. But as for an official employee, he is not. Like I said, he's a freelancer. He's free to say no to me at any point when I try and hire him on for a product. And he's been incredibly good to me, being incredibly generous to me, and I hope to continue to hire him going into continuing the production process. But as for official, dedicated employees or workers on this project, it's just me. That is mainly due to finances. I don't have a lot of finances to base from. That's not to say I haven't put my own money where my mouth is with this project. I spent over, and it feels weird to say this, but at the same time I feel like it's a good way to express to you guys my dedication to the project. I've spent well over $3,000 of my own money. Not all of that has been on concept art. Some of it has been on resources and other training materials, but I've also spent a good amount of money on some software that I would need, as well as a 3D printer to start doing test prints for miniatures for this product. Yes, there is going to be miniatures for this. After all, like I said, the eventual goal is to make this a tabletop war game. I am the main writer and brain boy of the project. I will continue to be. My goal is to not have too many authors working on Warglaive Gothic. I certainly want to bring on other people other than myself to write the series as a whole, but maybe to write their own dedicated series of novels set in the universe of Warglaive Gothic, but not have us all working on the same series of books, and let us each have our own individual ideas while having the core rules and concepts and established existing products in the universe all drawn from. However, I don't want there to be too many chefs in the kitchen, as it were, in that regard. As for artists, I hope to have way down the line many more artists working on this, many more 3D artists working on new miniatures of which people can 3D print for the tabletop. I hope to get some experienced people who, other than myself, of course, who've played the tabletop of other games and can help me conceptualize different rules and concepts for the tabletop setup. I have my own ideas at the moment for that, but again, it's all prototype stage as well. There's a lot in terms of people I would like to bring on the project with different specializations and expertise, but as it is right now, I am the only chef in the kitchen. Just know that I am very dedicated to this project, and though it is still just a staff of me, I'm not going to stop working my ass off on it. Pardon my language. It is not my intention to replace or be the ultimate competitor or 40k killer. That's not the goal or the intention behind Warglaive Gothic. Like I said, my desire behind this project is solely because I have my own creative ideas that I really want to flesh out, and that have, like I said, have been inspired by things like 40k, but they've also been inspired by many other things that are widely successful, still beloved and loved in the geekdom. So when it comes to Warglaive Gothic, though, what really got me going on it was a lot of initial issues or frustrations with the storytelling and the path which I see hobbies like 40k kind of going down. I don't see it all. I don't see my goal with Warglaive Gothic at all being to kill or to destroy or to fight. It's not a weapon I intend to use against somebody else. I want it to be something that hobbyists and geeks and people like myself can just engage in and have fun with, and really find a passion through, and a community hopefully that I can foster. One that, like with the 40k community, has been for me a really engaging, happy, fun community that enjoy the hobby and enjoy the universe that is presented to them and really go in their own ways with it. It's just, I want Warglaive Gothic to be, in essence, like 40k in terms of the community aspect, in terms of the hobby aspect, in terms of the engagement and love that it can produce, not only just through people to the hobby itself, like love to the hobby itself, but also love to their fellow hobbyists, all this discussing the lore, potential origins for this, excited for the next book release, and are like, oh, I can't wait to see where the story goes from here, or perhaps a prequel book. I can't wait till this theory either gets confirmed or a new one is presented. I can't say, though, that where any of my inspiration or any of my drive for this project comes from, though, is originated from a negative energy like that, where I want to destroy, or want to defeat, or I want to replace 40k. That's not the goal. I'm not going to stop being a fan of 40k just because I made another universe in the same vein. I'm not going to... like I said, that's just not my goal. And if that is what people want this to be, I'll just say that that's not my intention. I will never stop being a fan of 40k, never stop being a fan of Warhammer, never stop being a fan of other things just because I made something with my own blood, sweat, and tears put into it, and just because it happens to be in the same genre and is similar to it in small aspects. By the end of it, I'd say the goal of Warglaive Gothic is to just birth its own hobby, birth its own community, and give me the ultimate creative outlet to tell stories and tell, or present, I should say, a fun, engaging, and entertaining experience for hobbyists like myself, and that's what I truly see Warglaive Gothic as. And I hope the community that will, I hope, be bred from it, be a very welcoming and engaging one to this hobby. In terms of right now, Kickstarter or GoFundMe, I haven't got either set up. I intend to in the near future, I hope, to set one of the two up, if not both, or something like that. It's all kind of up in the air at the moment. I've been very much going with the approach of Warglaive Gothic with a slow and steady. That way, you know, financially I can spread out the expense over a long period of time. But if I can get the funding I need to really ramp up production, I will put in 110% every day. This is something I truly love and care for, and I can never stop thinking. Like when I'm working on other things, YouTube videos talking about 40K, or YouTube videos talking about just random hobby stuff, doing live streams. Whenever I find myself doing something else, I always find that when I'm done doing those things, the first thing I want to do or work on is just check over my notes of like the latest lore notes I wrote down for Warglaive Gothic, or the latest miniature idea I had. Like they'll do a little lazy sketch of it in my mind. Like there's always these things I'm feeding through when it comes to the hobby, and I really want to ramp up production, but I don't have the resources. So if and when I do set up a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe, or I have a Patreon currently for the product, which if you want to support the project now while it's still in its infancy, please do so. It'll be linked in the description. There's not too many updates I can put up there from time to time. I don't want to rush my artist when he's doing concept art. And he's also, like I said, he's a freelancer. He's got other employers who will contact him and have him doing current projects. And finding other artists to work with, it has been a bit of a challenge. I've looked into a couple and found that their schedules are very hectic as well. So right now it's up in the air for that. But like I said, funding-wise, it's a one-man army. Funding-wise, I've put in my own money, or will continue to put in my own money. But that until I can get proper funding, it's definitely going to be a slow and steady production process, which I don't mind, but I hope you guys don't mind either if you're looking forward to this. I would just like to say, to end this video off on, is if anyone has any other burning questions besides these 5 core ones I thought up myself, there will be a live Q&A solely dedicated to Warglaive Gothic and the sci-fi Grimdark universe I'm working on currently. That'll be available and live this Sunday, May 16th at around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I should say. If you guys have any burning questions, or really want to say or talk or ask me something, or want me to elaborate on something, please go over there, check it out, and I'll be happy to have you. Not only is it a Q&A, but it's also hopefully going to be a good time to feed off of the community, feed off the community a little bit for what they would be most excited for, and am I potentially working on that, or am I potentially making sure I have all my I's dotted and my T's crossed for like what I'm thinking of that people might want out of this hobby, other than just lore, other than the tabletop, other than a comic series maybe. It's a good time to have my brain picked about what I'm doing, and for me to pick the brain of the general hobbyist. And yeah, so I hope you guys will come check that out. But otherwise, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And again, I love Warhammer. I love Warhammer 40K. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I love all these other products out there that I engage in, and I'm a hobbyist and a fan of. And Warglaive Gothic is, I hope, going to join the echelons of those hobbies that people can engage in, have fun in, and create a community around. And I hope it'll be its own positive force for itself. And again, I don't intend this to be any kind of weapon against a company I'm disgruntled with at the moment. I don't think that's the healthiest way to build a hobby. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you guys for being an amazing, supportive community, and I hope you guys are looking forward to Warglaive Gothic. updates, hopefully coming soon and throughout the year. And yeah, I'm excited to continue working on this, and I hope you guys are excited to see more about it. Remember, check out the Patreon if you want to currently financially support it. I will hopefully have a Kickstarter up in the next 6 months with the proper lineup and goals set in mind. And yeah, love you guys, and thank you for having supported me, Warglaive Gothic, and I hope to see you guys for the live Q&A again this Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch you guys later.